Mr. Harrigan's Phone is based off a Stephen King novella. You're not sure if it's horror or if it's a mystery.
I think it is unlike anything that most people have seen before.
It's not your Stephen King horror at all. It's more Stephen King like Stand By Me or Shawshank Redemption or Green Mile. It's a paranormal coming of age.
It is about a young boy who goes to work for this older, wealthy man in a small town in Maine.
I am Mr. Harrigan, John Harrigan, billionaire. He's a very, very lonely, sad man who refuses to accept it.
It's two people that care a great deal about each other, but just don't quite speak the same language.
There's like one point where everything changes, where their dynamic changes, and that's when Greg gets him the iPhone.
My question is, why do you continue to come here?
Because I enjoy our time together.
This obviously is a coming-of-age story for Jaden, but it's also a coming-of-age story for Donald.
I think what he learns from Craig is a loyalty and friendship that he's never had before. And I think that bonds their friendship in a way that travels into the supernatural.
There are absolute twists and mysteries abound. Who doesn't want to be part of the Stephen King universe?
When I got the call from Jason Blum at Blumhouse saying, you know, we're putting together a package for this, would you be interested in writing and directing it? I thought the story was fantastic and very provocative thematically, and from a character standpoint, it's a challenge because you keep telling yourself this is Stephen King, and at some point, you're going to send the script to him and he's going to do this or this. He read it and sent me the most beautiful email saying how much he loved it. If I had any questions about the script or the characters, he would get back to me always within an hour. It was amazing. Do one more like that. Action.
John Lee Hancock is amazing. I would work with him forever. He's just a really generous director in the way he works.
The environment that he's able to create on set is very just loving and communal.
He has such a sense of telling a story.
And to do it with this crew and these people is really amazing.
I mean, the horror genre is so broad, I think, that it allows for anything you want to do.
I'm honestly pretty afraid that this won't end.
I think what was always much more scary to me was like human horror, essentially, and like the darkness of humans, because that is real and that does exist.
There's a general uneasiness, I think, to this movie and this story that gets under your skin just a little bit. I came into it thinking about angles and lenses being slightly odd. The angle's a little too low and a little too wide on Mr. Harrigan here.
Ask for it. No, don't ask. Demand.
I look at this as technology is both good and bad. It depends on how you use it. And in terms of this story, as the iPhone 1 is the original sin.
This piece of technology is a character in this film, but it's also kind of the leading role in most of our lives at the moment.
That feels like somewhat of a tragedy to me, that these kids, because everything is online, there is no escape from it.
Mr. Harrigan predicts from the iPhone 1, this is dangerous, guys.
All of us need to be very frightened by this gizmo.
Jaden Martell is simply one of the best young actors working. I mean, he wowed me and everyone every day.
It's very, very easy to be right there in the moment with him. What will be perhaps not shocking, but maybe surprising in a really nice way is seeing the way Jaden Martell and Donald Sutherland interact.
He has 3.5 million followers, and I, until now, have not been one of them.
Working with Donald Sutherland, everything he said was gold to me, and every bit of advice I'll carry with me forever. He's an incredible actor.
Henry David Thoreau said, "We don't own things, things own us."
That's Donald Sutherland. What is there to really say? He's like, without hyperbole, like a legend. No, I mean, the ability to like sit there and watch him work, not just acting, but as an actor, is just like, it's so incredibly edifying.
When I wrote the script, we had a list of different names of actors that would be good for the role of Mr. Harrigan. And at the top of my list was Donald.
I said to John, I would love to do it.
He told me, the first time I talked to him, he said, I've never played a character that's as close to me as who I am as Mr. Harrigan.
It was a sitting down role, and I loved that. We've had this arrangement for a long, long time.
I think the central theme of the movie is that nobody's perfect.
I don't think anybody's good or bad. Me? Yeah.
Hopefully they'll think it's fulfilling and a complete story that makes them think. I want it to be resonant. I want it to be something that is good fodder for discussion.
I'm not interested in making something you don't enjoy. You have to be bold. You have to be ruthless.